Hello guys, ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see how we got each of these looks using 5 hands from Wet n Wild, keep on watching. Hello to all of you beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I thought today we could do a full face of Wet n Wild. 99% Wet n Wild. And if not, then affordable still. So let's see. I did my brows already, obviously. Other than that, I just have a moisturizer on my skin. And then I clean my brows up. Let's just jump right into the fun. This is the new Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. It says hyaluronic acid and squalene. Oil-free sheer to medium. This oil-free perfector delivers hydrating benefits in a buildable sheer to medium tint for a flawless, softly luminous complexion. Hyaluronic acid and plant-derived squalene help promote healthy-looking, subtle, moistured skin. So this is new from Wet n Wild. Hopefully it somewhat matches. I got light. As usual, I might get tan in the summer, but my face, not really, because I put sunscreen on and the skincare that I use. There is also a Wet n Wild new concealer, Incognito, Megalast Incognito, all day full coverage concealer. We're gonna try that. I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose powder, and then I have 4 we'll just go over them because I'm gonna swatch them for you. So for my brows, I just did them like I always do. So first we're gonna start with this Camel Flaunt 5-pan palette, Wet n Wild, $3. They're brand new. Opening it, looks like this. Here it is. Just gonna do little swatches as we got a lot of them to do. Now this is more of a pressed glitter, so be aware of that one. But these are still like metallics. And then you got this to deepen up your crease. And then you have like a transition shade here. Camel Flaunt. Padlet, I think is how you say it. I don't know. I'm assuming it's like a flower on a palette mixed together. Really excited for these $3 palettes. Here's what this one looks like. Berry tones. No pressed glitter, just shimmers. Just start here. It's a deeper color. Here's like a transition color. Hard to see on my kind of tan skin, but here is a shimmer. Ooh, it's pretty. It even shifts. My. Ooh. Well, there's that one. Pretty for $3. My Lucky Charm. This is what this one looks like. Clean fingers. A dark green. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. I want to build it up a little so you can see, but you do not have to with these even. That one's a little more chunky, but yikes. And that one's really soft. Ooh, but look at it. That was my fault for digging in like that. My Lucky Charm for the green grungy lovers. My swatches. Here's Sundays. So shimmer. Shimmer. Ooh. Darker. Transition is just what I'm guessing. And another shimmer. Metallic. So pretty. These are freaking amazing. So beautiful swatches. I'll just point out a couple of things. So I got my nails taken off there, so they're a little bit weak. So maybe it's just me. But this one seems kind of difficult to open, so I just use a little thing. This one, the camo font, has the middle shade is a pressed glitter. Not my favorite, but it is very beautiful, I will say that. I'm kind of tempted to try it, actually. That's the only pressed glitter, and they're generally not to use around your eyes, so be careful. And then this one in my Lucky Charm, yep. This, let's see, fourth shade over is really soft. So that's not bad. I just like went in kind of like a matte, and it's really soft. So All the rest of them seem to open and close just fine. And they all have, let's see, the sunset one is got 3 metallic shimmers. So does the Patlette one. So does the Lucky Charm one. Actually, I think 4. And then the Camouflage has 2 in the pressed glitter. Here they are. 5 pans each. $3 a piece. I guess they would be the same amount as a 4-pan from e.l.f. I wanted to mention that I'm asking or inserting or something unique to a little ways to the middle to the end, somewhere randomly, a little bit into my video, so that people can respond, and then I know if people are watching it all the way or not. Just because I plan on having a giveaway, not for a while, because I'm not to the goal that I want, but hopefully it won't be that long, and it's going to be for YouTube subscribers only. So make sure you're watching, answering, all that fun stuff. Let's try this new Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, but with skincare benefits. How can you go wrong? So it is sealed, obviously. Squeezy tube, so be careful. It's not thick nor runny exactly. I'm just gonna put a little more on my hand and put it on my face. I have it in the shade Light, so hopefully it matches. If not, it matches by the time we're done. I'm using my Morphe Y6 just to kind of buff it around so that my sponge doesn't eat it all. Maybe we should we do like the next video, maybe like half of a face of e.l.f., half of a face of Wet n Wild, or half of a face of Milani and half of a face of whatever. It is very, very light feeling, but you can see it does have coverage. Light to medium, I believe, is what it claims to be. Sheer to medium tint. So I'm going to put a decent amount on my brush, put it around, and then use my sponge so you can actually see it. I hope everybody's week is going good. What have you been up to? Has there been more things going on in your area? Where are you? Well, this is just a very barely damp sponge. I like to use a beauty sponge after the brush because I don't want streaks or areas of too much. I feel like it is very lightweight, but it camouflages, you know, minor imperfections. You can kind of still see my pores in my nose, but that's not usually anything new because they are kind of big. And we still have a concealer yet, so just blob it all over the place. I just want to see if it's really buildable. So I usually still don't put it directly on my beauty sponge, in 1 or 2 places on my face, and then Again, just to avoid all of my product getting consumed by the sponge. Well, now I feel like it's definitely buildable. You just need to use a decent amount. So I'll put the price and how many shades they have, because they may have more available online, so I want to make sure before I tell you. Now let's use this Megalast Incognito New Concealer. I got mine in Fair. I will put the price and how many shades there are for you. It's got a typical little doe foot applicator. I just feel like not smearing it on your face and then putting it back into the container kind of saves the life of it a little bit. You can see no matter what, and this is obviously damp. These sponges are notorious for sucking up product. That also feels very lightweight on your skin. It does a really good job, actually. So this, just from Ulta, it's about $6. There's 7 shades, but there's none that are very deep. So the shade selection is a little difficult. And by all means, not large enough. It has, on Ulta, it has 146 reviews and a 4.3, I think, 4.3. I do not smell any smell with this at all. I think it's light to a buildable medium. It's not completely matte, but more matte than not. This concealer is $5. Nourishing with licorice root shea butter and mango seed butter. There's 8 shades, so I need to expand the shade range. 53 reviews with a 4.2. There was one review on there about smell. Now, if we're talking like Wet n Wild regular foundation, yeah, that has a smell. This, I don't even smell it. It's okay if it's not, you know, exact, because by the time I'm done doing my makeup and my hair and everything is quote unquote normal, I think I'm going to use, let's use the Sunset one. So I'm actually going to put tape on my face. I love using tape. And I'm just going to go in here, this transition color, and I just have concealer as an eye primer because I'm not doing anything crazy, not yet anyway. Oh man. So maybe we'll just do like 2 different eyes to use 2 different palettes. So far I can't complain there. Pigment is decent, the blendability is good. Go into this darker shade. They are a little bit powdery. And I just want to darken up my outer corner. I mean, they're blending well. They're not patchy or anything. I'm just going to use my finger and go into this lightest. My goodness. Beautiful. Just trying to blend it together a little. These are just so pretty. I'm quite shocked. Pleasantly surprised. Need to add some to the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna go on with the deeper color here. I just have like a liner brush. Just to add some of this color and dimension to the lower lash line. I personally think it's pretty. Now let's try Decisions. Okay, we'll do a sunset one and we'll do a greenish colored one. I'm going to do it in my Lucky Charm, just this end shade here. As a transition shade. That one was really easy to blend. Then let me see. Oh yeah. I should blend that one out a little bit. So the darker shade's a little bit more patchy, but nothing that people can't work with. And then I think we're going to use this turquoise shimmer. Started to hesitate because it looked like it was maybe a little bit too similar, but maybe not. Very pretty also. It's just that the pop of color isn't as noticeable because they're closer, but it's beautiful nonetheless. And it did not take me long. Kind of kicked a little bit of darkness into the corner here, so oops. You can always take some of the gold that's in here and add that if you want. You can also use your wet brush. What I do like to do with these is get up here. I just don't like to put my finger too far up or in, because then I end up getting it all over. That one's a little bit patchy because I mixed colors, but. And the dark green was the only one that had fall. A winged smoky eye. And the darker one on a liner brush to smoke out the lower lash line. You could probably do a really pretty halo eye with this. Well, not probably, you could. And just smoking these out well. Beautiful. This looks patchy on the camera, but it's just the way my eye is. It's not. Obviously, you just see me try to put it on like 10 times. Hooded eyes. Seems to be holding up fine. The shimmers would be better, but I did combine, don't forget. I'm going to finish up and then see my final look. Okay, I just tight lined a little bit and added a wing on the side since it's a little bit of a softer look. And now I'm just taking some of this Wet n Wild Mega Photo Focus Loose Powder. And just setting directly under my eyes. And a little bit here. I like the powder, it gives glow a little bit, it does blur. I just wanted to use what was in the cabinet. My contour, I'm going to go in with my Dirty Beloved Natural Natural Face Palette. Depending on the effect I'm going for. But I'm getting chiseled a little bit here. So if you made it this far, tell me what your favorite Wet n Wild or cheapest drugstore item is in the comments below, please. Okay, I'm gonna try this highlighter in this Too Faced palette. Definitely pretty. There. I thought I might have trouble on that side, but nope. I mixed Starlight and Satin Sheets together. My brows, like always, I usually will use a powder at the end to kind of set them. Sometimes I just completely bake them. truly. Okay. I'm literally waiting for the day where I can just do my brows once and be done with them, but that day has not yet come. So I will actually take some of this powder and bake them, because if I want them to stay on for any amount of time, that's what I would have to do anyway. So believe it or not, that actually works. Blush. We need some color in here. I'm going to use my new Milani blush in Coral Crush. It's perfect for summer. So I'm just going to use my finger. Ooh, it's really soft. Soft formula, blends easily. And lately I've been loving to go over it with my Pixie. Just a dab of the blush, but more so the highlighter. Do a sun-kissed kind of a glow. Now all I have to do is finish my eyes, and we'll be golden. Let me just curl my lashes here. I love falsies because they completely transform your look, and my eyelashes have a tendency of going straight, like, after not too long. Maybe we can just add a little bit of lash to the outer corner. Too Faced mascara. Have you tried any of these Wet n Wild palettes? Let me know. Do you like them? What do you or don't you like? Are you going to get them? I'll let that dry. Put another coat on. My lashes are already going straight. Try just a little wispy cluster. How about that? It's just the very end of my lashes that I normally put on. I cut it, and so as long as I have one for each side, and should work. Eyelash like this. You can see some. again. And more mascara. And those are not quite as dramatic as I would like, but they will have to do. Definitely make them stand out more by adding mascara. You mother effer. I had like a crap ton on the end of the wand, so it just smeared right on my face again. As you can see, it's not that big of a deal to me because if you just let it dry, have something small to wipe it off with, it works just fine. Just want to get the powder out of there. Sometimes I would make them darker yet. That drives me nuts, but get over it, Melissa. Oh, I need highlighter under my brows. Goodness gracious, what are you doing, girl? Get it together. Let's see if I can bear with a toned down highlight. Okay, let's see. I genuinely usually put highlighter all right here. Like a cool toned highlighter, like the one I'm about to use. This and my brush. Oh, mother effer. That cool icy type of glow is my favorite. I put some of the Too Faced over on this one, so it's a little bit different, but I would definitely have more wispy lashes. Should I do eye looks with the other two palettes? Should we do a face of half and half? Just a follow-up with some more of the products that I recently hauled. Which products versus which products, all creams, all, you tell me. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me. Don't forget to leave your responses below, and I will see you in my next video.